What's up, Sports Talk Detroit? This is Craig, and in this video, we are going to talk about Cade Cunningham, the good, the bad, but the encouraging, right? I think that's when we look at Cade Cunningham, so many people think number one pick, he's going to be great every night, and this is the way it's going to go. And I like to bring us all the way back to the beginning of the year. Dwayne Casey is doing, I think it was the introductory press conference. It might have even been a media days thing where he talked about some nights Cade's going to score 7, some nights he's going to score 17, which I thought was a little low. I think 17 was a little low of a number, but the point he was trying to make, he was saying Cade's not going to be a bust, but you're going to have to give him time. And after the last couple of games at the time of this filming, Cade went from a night in Denver where he went 34 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, put together the best game that he had as a rookie. And then he promptly went to Orlando and laid an ultimate egg. I mean, it was bad. 6 points. I think he ended up with 4 or 5 assists, 4 rebounds. But I think he was 1 of 13 from the field, something like that. I mean, the guy couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But that's what you're going to get with a rookie. Like, that's what's going to happen. The reality is it's just hard to watch Cade and the Pistons when Cade's struggling, because Cade Cunningham is why we are watching the Pistons. He's why we're watching the Pistons, because he's the number one pick. We want him to be the superstar. So we see flashes of it in Denver. Really, both games against Denver, he played really, really well. But we see these flashes against Denver where he's such a good player, and then he goes out and doesn't play well at all. Well, that's what you should expect out of a rookie. The question is why? Why is there such inconsistency from rookies in this league? Well, that can happen for a couple of reasons. Number one, defenses adjust. And adjusting on the fly for a rookie is going to take more time than a seasoned veteran. A seasoned veteran can see an alternate defense up against him, something he hasn't really seen before. He can adjust on the fly, and he goes from there, and he makes the most of it. He's also has his skill set a little more well-rounded, so if you move him off what his primary thing is, he can still do that secondary thing at almost as an effective rate as the primary thing. With the rookie like Cade Cunningham, you don't see that yet. Sure, he has a great all-around game, but there's so many things he's still building into his repertoire. That's one reason that can happen, is because you can't adjust as fastly. The second one is just the mental game of it. All of a sudden, you're a rookie, you're the number one pick, you know this, and you start playing. And Cade has been playing like the number one pick should over the last month or so. But you have a huge game against Denver where you put up 34, 8, and 8, and now that's the standard. Like, that's what you think you should do. But when you have a game like that, people are coming at you the next game. They want to show that you're not it. And against Orlando, it just happened to be against Franz Wagner, and it felt like Wagner and that team in Orlando were like, nope, we're going to shut Cade down in this one because we want to show that our rookie is even better. And so, like, this is the NBA. Night in, night out, there's no easy games. There's no easy matchups. This isn't the Big 12. So you have that physical component, you have the mental component of it, and it's difficult. But I still love seeing some of the development. For example, in Denver, one of the things that Cade started doing that he hadn't been doing a ton of is he started hitting almost like a little mini step back 3-point shot. Like, he was able to hit open threes, but he was guarded, hitting step back threes from 3-4 feet behind the arc. I mean, the guy was finishing with great touch. It was a really, really good game. And then, like you saw against Orlando, it was a big struggle. Hang in there. Don't worry about it. Don't get too discouraged by these games where Cade is absolutely struggling. And if anything else, sometimes it can be good. There's another video I made about Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes had a great game against Orlando by Killian Hayes standards. You have to understand it's a different curve between him and Cade, but it allowed Killian to have a little more ball handling. It allowed him to, they kept Killian in even longer. So there's a lot of things that are at play here. And you also have to understand that with the talent of this roster right now, if a team wants to focus all their attention on Cade Cunningham, they can do it, because there's nobody else on this team that is going to consistently make you pay if you leave them alone. There's just nobody on this team. So Cade has a ton of gravity right now. And what I mean by that is his presence draws defenders near to him. They're paying attention to him. That's a hard ask for a rookie in this league. I think about other rookies, like last year's number 1 pick, Edwards in Minnesota. The gravity on him wasn't nearly as big because they had Karl Anthony Towns there. I don't see a Karl Anthony Towns on this team. And if there is another guy that pulls defenders toward him and that they have to really game plan for, it's Jeremy Grant, and he's been out. So Cade's been doing this where he is the primary scorer as a rookie. It's a tough ask. Give some time. Be patient, Pistons fan. But I'm telling you, we're starting to see some of the signs that could make Cade a very good basketball player for many, many years to come. Things are looking up in the Motor City. Super excited to see what we're going to do with the rest of this year, how we're going to play, and of course, what the trade deadline is going to bring. We have a whole bunch of videos going out right now about Jeremy Grant and trade rumors. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. They're fun. At least it's fun to think about. So check those out. If you like what we're doing at the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. Sports Talk Detroit.